The call came just before noon. The kind of call that makes your pulse skip, then pound. The principal's voice trembled on the line. "Mr. Hale, you need to come to the school now." No explanation, just urgency. By the time I reached his office, the police were already there. 2 uniforms, serious faces. One of them guided me into a smaller room, no windows, just a table, 2 chairs. He shut the door behind me. "What we found," he said, voice low, "is horrifying." He slid the flash drive across the table. My wife's work USB. My son must have grabbed it by mistake. I plugged it into the laptop. What filled the screen wasn't work. Not files, not reports, it was personal, private. And in seconds, my world stopped. I stared at the screen, frozen. Images, videos, messages. Not work at all. Intimate exchanges. Her face. His face. A man I knew. A man who smiled in my home, shook my hand, spoke to my son like family. My wife's double life, buried inside a USB, had surfaced in the most accidental, cruel way. The officer shifted uncomfortably, clearing his throat. "Sir, this isn't criminal, not technically, but—" He didn't finish. He didn't need to. They left me alone with it. I scrolled, each file confirming what my gut already screamed. Words she'd never spoken to me, laughter she never shared with me, her body recorded for someone else. I wanted to slam the laptop shut. I didn't. I let it burn itself into me, every image, every line of text. I memorized the betrayal like scripture. When I finally walked out of that office, my face was calm. My son waited down the hall, confused but smiling, innocent. I held his hand. She had no idea yet. And that was the first advantage I took. At home, nothing changed. Outwardly, I ate her dinners. I laughed at her small jokes. I kissed her cheek when she left for work. But inside, I became a machine. Quietly, I gathered. Phone bills, call logs, bank statements. She grew careless. Patterns appeared. Afternoon meetings, hotel charges, numbers that repeated late at night. I pulled strands until the web began to show itself. There was no confrontation, not yet. Instead, I staged patience. A husband who trusted, a father who was steady. The role I'd always played, but now sharpened, deliberate. Every smile she gave me, I replayed in silence, asking, "Who are you really smiling at?" Every touch I dissected. Was it me you wanted, or was it habit? I lived in her shadow without letting her see mine. The rage inside me never burst. It condensed, focused. A blade, not a bomb. The final piece came in a manila envelope. DNA results. I didn't need them, but I wanted certainty, the kind no one can argue. Her lover wasn't just in her bed. He was in my bloodline, my son's bloodline. False paternity. I sat with it for hours. No shouting, no tears, just silence wrapping tighter around me until it became clarity. That night, I laid the papers on the kitchen table. She walked in, tired, heels clicking against tile. "What's this?" she asked, flipping through the pages. Her face drained. Words stumbled out, half excuses, half denials. I said nothing. I didn't need to. The silence between us was louder than any scream. The next morning, I played my move. At breakfast, I set the USB beside her plate. She froze. My son asked for more juice. I poured it calmly, never looking away from her. She knew. I didn't accuse. I didn't threaten. I let her drown in the evidence, in the knowledge that her secret was no longer hers. "Why?" was all I asked. A single word. Her lips quivered, her voice broke, her excuses tumbled. None of it mattered. The more she spoke, the smaller she became, and I stayed composed, unflinching. Because the power was mine now. Her lies stripped bare, her mask shattered. The look in her eyes told me she understood. She had lost me before I ever walked away. I didn't scream, I didn't strike, I didn't beg. I simply walked. Out of the kitchen, out of the house, out of the life she thought I'd never leave. Her voice followed me, calling my name, collapsing into sobs. But her cries were just echoes against the wall of calm I had built inside myself. I wasn't broken. I wasn't even angry anymore. I was free. Because betrayal doesn't destroy you. It unmasks them. And once you see the truth, there's no going back. I closed the door behind me, the sound final, sharp. For the first time, silence felt like victory.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.